the servants. Oh, with the exception of the butler chap.
It all happened so quickly. Suddenly, we were all together on the staircase. I remember calling out to Mrs. Craddock.
And do you recall what you called when you were calling?
Oh, it's so difficult. I think it was, "There's another one gone." Oh, so tragic. And if you hadn't mislaid the gun, Inspector...
Right. And you, Butler Bumstead, you were in your room in the basement at the time?
I wasn't feeling very well, so I think I must have caught something.
Too much drink, if you ask me.
Did you hear the shots?
Didn't hear anything, Your Lordship. Didn't hear anything at all. Must have dropped off.
Dropped off what?
Oh, he was virtually unconscious on his bed, though, when I checked on him.
Yeah, I think it must have been the flu, sir. May I be excused
What
for a
for?
moment? It's rather urgent.
Oh, that'll be the phone.
Bagshot House, Constable Tompkins. Oh, I'm feeling much better, thank you, sir. Sergeant? Yes, one moment, sir. Sarge, it's the youth, Deputy Chief Constable.
Hello? Pratt? Well, I'm afraid so, sir, yeah. Well, it wasn't exactly under my nose. No. Same weapon, sir. What? Immediately? Oh. Very good, sir. Yeah, thank you.
He didn't sound very pleased, sir.
No, we're going to be in a lot of water about this, Thompson. Still, I need to get this wrapped up now. I need to get back to the station. I'm required on another case.
Oh, detain me then, old boy.
Oh, not so fast, Colonel. Now, there's been something that's been preying on my mind. Miss Marbles, you mentioned that Miss Pogshot, shortly before she was shot, went into the dining room to find a book.
Yes, Inspector.
Well, I've taken the trouble to interrogate the bookcase.
Oh.
And when I did so, this volume caught my eye, separate from the rest, and I believe that it's in this book that the answer to our mystery lies. The Art of Macrame. Does this mean anything to you? You disappoint me. See, I felt sure that this book held the key. Oh, the key? I believe this key holds the key. And I guess I'd say it's a front door key.
I think you'll find it's a safe key, Inspector.
Well, of course, Mrs. Marbles. Why would we anticipate danger from a mere key?
No, the key to the safe.
The safe? Exactly what I was thinking, Mrs. Marbles. So, if you will bear with me a moment, I will go and unlock the proverbial Pandora's box. Where's the safe, Thompson?
I don't know, Sarge. If you will allow me, Inspector, I believe I know. Perhaps you allow me to give me the honour of assisting you.
Well, thank you very much, monsieur.
But Sarge...
Stop fussing, Thompson, but you don't show that sort of kind of initiative.
I think you'll find the contents of the safe unimportant, Inspector. I believe I know the identity of the murderer.
You do?
Yes, I've come across many similar cases, and this particular one seems to fit a typical pattern.
Quite so. Would you like to continue, Mrs. Marbles? I feel sure your suspicions will confirm these suspicions what I already suspect.
I believe that Mrs. Bagshot had a half-brother of Romanian nationality. A half-brother who was rejected by his family and took refuge in Albania, where he mixed with dubious company. Now, he had an illegitimate daughter by the name of Ilana. Scorned and humiliated by his family for many years, they plotted to take revenge and inherit a fortune. It is my belief that Mr. Bunting is that man and Elizabeth is his daughter.
What a ridiculous suggestion, Inspector. You can't possibly believe her.
As a matter of fact, I do. It's a line of investigation I've been pursuing for some time. Would you care to reveal your proof, Mrs. Marbles?
I'm afraid that's not possible, Inspector.
Oh, come, don't be so modest.
No, but I have none.
What?
Oh, no. I was merely postulating, Inspector. Well, usually, when I make my great revelation, the murderer immediately breaks down and confesses. Unfortunately, on this occasion, I seem to have failed.
You mean you made it all up?
Absolutely, Inspector. But I thought it was worth a try.
Mrs. Marbles, do you realise the seriousness of your rash pustule? I could have you charged with a very serious charge.
I'm sorry, Inspector, but I bring unfortunate news. The safe was empty apart from a small amount of money, a mere trifle. Trifle?
Pity. I had hopes. Nine.
I best hold on.
Yeah, but I'll best hold on to this. Could be important.
No copy of the will, I suppose.
We've exhausted all the possibilities of the will, Thompson.
But Sarge, everything's changed. The Colonel now inherits the estate.
Oh,
Does he? Do you?
So it would seem, oh boy.
what? Charles? What's all this?
Well, no doubt a surprise, but then you weren't aware that your husband had been carrying on a long-standing relationship with Miss Bogshot.
Relationship? With Mildred? I can assure you that my husband has never had any relationship, Sergeant. Not even with me. Tell him, Charles.
Afraid I can't, old girl. It's true.
Stop it, Charles.
Really, Inspector, this is too much. I told you information in the strictest confidence.
Unfortunate, but inevitable. Another crime has been perpetrated. Over a great many years, your husband had a lustful, sinful, pestilential relationship with Miss Bogshot. As a token of her esteem, she made certain provisions in her will. And then, with the death of Miss Foxtrot, Colonel Cobbin here becomes major beneficiary.
How could you do it, Charles? How could you do it to me?
I think that concludes the investigation. Charge him, Thompson.
You sure, Sarge?
Quite so. The Colonel here came to the house with the express intention of killing the ladies of the house. He did so with ruthless cunning, expecting to outwit the force of the law. Unfortunately for him, he didn't count on me.
This is preposterous.
I think not. You were close to the scene of the crime on both occasions. When, just before Mrs. Bogshot was shot, she cried out, "So you found?" And as I deducted at the time, she was about to say, "Your gun," the gun which you were holding.
Actually, I deduced it, Sarge.
Don't be so clever, Thompson. Mrs. Foxtrot's last words were, "He's trying to kill me." He! You again, Colonel. Neither Butler Bunstein nor Mr. Martha Hayes here had anything to gain from killing them. Charge him, Thompson, charge him. Now, Colonel, you were the first to call me incompetent. You were the first to cast nasturtiums. Now you'll find out how incompetent I really am.
My husband may be an adulterer. But you're very wrong about one thing, Sergeant.
I think not. I'm really, really wrong.
What? Pierre, or perhaps I should say Peter.
What?
My husband wasn't the only one having a motive for killing Dorothy. While my husband was talking to your superior on the telephone, I came downstairs and I overheard Pierre and Elizabeth talking about Dorothy. She seemed to have some kind of evidence against them. They were planning to kill her.
This is a ridiculous accusation. How can you say such a thing?
You can't possibly believe her. The woman's deranged. She's obviously just trying to protect her husband. And you can quit those phony accents now. He is no more French than you are, Sergeant, and she is nothing but a common trollop. I will not stay here a moment longer and listen to another word
Just a moment, miss. Sarge, I think these two have got some explaining to do.
I think I might be able to help, Inspector. I recall now that Mildred was rather concerned. Something to do with those paintings.
Not real paintings, of course. Copies. Supplied by him.
They are in it together.
So, the thick plottings. What are your real and proper names?
Pierre, it's all been a dreadful mistake. Don't say another thing.
It's no use, Elizabeth.
Pierre, please.
The game's up, Elizabeth. Can't you see?
Oh, we are ending
Brother Thompson, Anna!
You can't pray!
Jack Bunting! Just in right in the nick of time! It's a bit like your Keystone Thompson, Sergeant!
Hang on to a maker. Pull yourself together, Thompson. Now, Mr. Marseille, as you were saying. Come here.
Elizabeth and I have been working together. We sold Mrs. Bagshot these paintings 2 years ago, except before dispatch, we swapped the originals for the copies. Dorothy found out, now she's trying to blackmail us.
So, you mortally killed them.
I didn't, we didn't. We haven't hurt anyone.
Well, I think that's for me to decide.
Told Mildred they were copies, Blighter must have overheard.
So, you incurably murdered them to save your own skins. As I suspected from the start.
We haven't hurt anyone.
You say that, but I'll never stand up in a court of legal law. You should be more careful. You know what put me onto you? Is when you came out here and said there was a trifle in the safe. The ramblings of a madman. So, I conclude my conclusions. A classically conducted criminal investigation, which will be recorded in the annals of the most criminal crime. 2 young innocents, murdered to death. Take them away, Thompson. I'll handle Miss Hardly trumping here. Good afternoon, all.
Oh, how shocking! And they seem such a fine young couple. It never ceases to amaze me the depths to which the human spirit will sink.
The Blighter looks suspicious, a storm a mile off.
I shall instruct Bunting to fetch my bags downstairs.
Wait a moment, Uncle, I can explain.
No, give her,
Suppose you want to listen anyway.
give her time, Colonel. Time is a great healer of wounds, physical and mental.
Oh, she's never been one for patience. Hard to explain to a woman how a chap feels. Dashed awkward. Pretty women are a bit more like chaps. Make life a lot simpler.
Perhaps you could stay here for the moment, Colonel. After all, soon, all this will belong to you.
Oh, I can't even think about it at the moment. Too damn confused. Own fault. Shouldn't have meddled with Mildred. Bad form.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Colonel. We all have our weaknesses, affairs, the sensuous curve of a young girl's breast, the half concealment of a virgin's thigh.
And take in the car, Charles. You can make your own travel arrangements. I shall have your things delivered to the club, and you'll be hearing from my solicitor.
Just a moment, Mildred. There's no need to go off in a hop like this. Sit down. We can have a bit of a chin-wag.
There's nothing to discuss.
Look, old girl.
Oh! Don't you dare old girl me. 35 years we've been married, and from day one it's been old girl this and old girl that.
Didn't realise it upset you, old girl.
There's a lot of things you don't realise, Charles. You're too busy making up your pathetic stories. Too busy trying to impress your stupid friends at the club. Too busy to notice me.
You didn't complain. Too much. Thought you were reasonably content.
God! Content? I don't know what Mildred saw in you. Unless you were different with her.
I don't think so.
I've been trapped, Charles. Trapped. No way out until now. Suddenly it's my lucky break. Do you realise that you've suddenly become a very wealthy man? And I am going to squeeze every last penny out of you What do you say to that?
Lucas, what I've said.
Oh, you're pathetic, Charles, pathetic!
I'll make it up to you. Scouts honours and all that. Just where I'd be without you.
But that's much too late. And I got everything I came for.
What do you mean, got everything you came for?
It's not important.
What do you mean?
You knew about Mildred and your husband before you came here.
That is no concern of yours, and it makes no difference now.
And I expect you knew about the will, too.
So what if I did?
Oh, I have been so stupid. If you overheard Elizabeth and Pierre plotting to kill Dorothy, why didn't you say something straight away? You wanted her dead.
Oh, you're very clever, Miss Maple. Yes, I wanted her dead, but I didn't kill her.
But you killed Mildred. That's what she was trying to say. So, you have found your husband's gun.
That's quite enough. It can't be true. Margaret wouldn't be capable of harming anyone. She wouldn't know how.
Even now, you underestimate me.
Margaret, you don't know what you're saying.
Yes, I do. Yes, I did kill Mildred.
No!
That shocks you? Good. I found out about you and Mildred from one of your so-called friends at the club. He even passed on some of your letters to me. I found out about the will. When I had a lucky chance, I could suddenly divorce a wealthy man.
But the estate was left to Dorothy.
Unfortunately, I only was given half the story. I didn't find out about that part until we arrived here.
And that's when you realised that Dorothy had to die.
Oh, quite. I had wanted to leave it for a respectable time, and then I had a stroke of luck. I overheard Pierre and Elizabeth plotting. It was perfect. All I had to do was sit and wait.
And they killed her for you.
Oh, no, you're not that clever, Miss Maple. No, they didn't kill her.
But it wasn't you. She said he is trying to kill me.
And so he was.
But who?
Me.
Oh, Mr. Bunting. But why?
Charles was quite right about one thing. He had seen Robert somewhere before. In my bed.
Bunting? But it's not Bunting, is it? It's Benson. Mess Orley. He ran off the same night with the Mess Silver.
That's right.
Bob Buggery Benson. That's what we used to call him. But that was over 20 years ago.
28 to be precise, Charles. One night of passion, and excitement, and a dreary marriage. I recognised Robert as soon as we arrived here. It was very convenient. He was quite happy to help me in return for a proportion of the profits. Once I shot Mildred, he took me in the cellar and up the back stairs.
I don't understand. Why did he kill her when somebody else was going to do it for you?
Robert almost bungled that. When I told him that Elizabeth was to be killed, he was too drunk to understand. He thought that he had to kill her. He poked his head up from the basement, shot her, and then feigned unconsciousness. We were very lucky to get away with that.
But you haven't, my dear. Oh, no. We know all about it.
Get away from that.
I think we'll have to arrange a little adventure for you both. A tragic accident. Over the cliff. In the car, I think.
Oh, no. Not the Bentley.
A little embarrassing coming so soon from all the other killings. But then the police already do have the murderers. And it does have advantages. We get to keep all the money.
You can't mean it, old girl.
Just watch me, Charles. Keep them covered, Robert.
Ah, Mr. Bunting. I was wondering where Tom should have left that. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, Howard. Oh, no, Smithy. What?
Pardon? What?
Inspector, quick! There is nothing on the murderers. No, not in there. Look outside now.
Right, after them, Thompson. Come on, you can hop faster than that. Right, get out of the way then, get out of the way. the house. Thompson seems to have injured his other foot.
Make sure you get all the names right.
Yes.
It must be confusing for the audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have no idea who did it.